my girl shit.
And if the beat live, you know Lil Juke, mate.
What is up, y'all? We are about to fleek this wig. Y'all see those black dots, those knots? That's where we're going to bleach those right there. So this is the consistency you want, like whipped cream, not too thick, not too liquidy. You see that? That's what you want. So first we're going to start off with putting those hairs down. I'm spreading them with Casabe, and I'm just laying those hairs out of my way so they won't touch the lightener. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. Then we're gonna flip it inside out. This is a lace frontal wig, so we're gonna flip it inside out to put that lightener on the knots. And y'all, this video is basically trying to teach y'all how to have y'all wigs ready to go when your customer buys them, if you get what I'm saying. How to slay your wig so when your customer buys your wig, all they gotta do is put it right on their head. That's all. And right here, I'm putting a liner on. And don't be so heavy-handed, okay? Just press it right into the lace. Just spread it on like butter. Like butter that is already softened. Very, very lightly. Just spread it on, that's all. But yes, this video is just what's the name of the video? It's a wig 101. Styling, lightening the knots, plucking, all that good stuff so that your wig can look good. And now right here, I'm taking, what's it called? Tissue paper? The little wrapping paper? I don't know what it's called, but I balled it up in like a little ball and I put it inside of it so that it can, you know, hold it up. And then we're gonna wash that with purple Shimmer Light shampoo. And she is washed. And do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? You don't see not one black dot up in there. And as y'all can see, I have a wig cap on the mannequin. I like putting that on the mannequin when I'm working with wigs because it gives it more of a scalp-like appearance. So like, y'all see that? It looks like it's on somebody's head. So yeah, that's a good tip. No knots, baby. That's how y'all wig should look. And I'm using this heat protectant. It's a heat protectant and like a primer. It helps you blow dry fast, all that good stuff. I'm using that much and just gonna rub that in the hair. And we are about to get to styling this bad boy. Yeah, I don't know why I blow dried this dang thing, knowing I was gonna have to wet it again to pluck it. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. But I'm blow dry right here for no reason. Okay, so now we are about to pluck. I like to part. I parted where it started to get dents at. Y'all saw that? So now we're not going to touch that front part. We're just going to pluck that back part. Basically, we're going to pluck that to get it to look as natural as possible. We want to get that straight line out of there, if you get what I'm trying to say. We want that to look very, very, very natural. How the front looked. The back didn't look like that, but the front part that I parted off, that part looked like it. So there is really no method to this. You gotta have that eye, y'all. You just gotta have that eye, honestly. But one thing I can say, I like to pluck in one part and then skip a space, then pluck, skip a space, pluck, skip a space. And you just do it until it looks natural, until you can see that density just coming out of it. Now we're gonna comb that back, and then we want to just take that. Oh nope, I'm still gonna pluck the back a little bit more just to blend those two in. Now we're gonna, that's what I did. Now we're gonna blend the part that I just parted out. We're gonna put it back in and blend those two together, just like that. And now we're gonna pluck the hairline. And for the hairline, I skip, pluck, skip, pluck, skip a space, pluck. Because you don't want that straight across hairline like that. And also, another tip, when you're bleaching your knots, and let's just say you missed a couple of them, when you go back to pluck, all you gotta do is pluck those little black dots out and you're good to go. Because if you did it right, you should only have a few. So all you have to do is pluck those out and you're perfectly fine. And when I pluck, I like to do my plucking in sections. You see how I did the side first? I do the sides. I do one side, then the other side, then the middle. That way, you're not just plucking. And sometimes you can get carried away with plucking. So do it in sections so that you can keep track of what you're plucking and what you're doing. So when you do that side, then you make the other side look like that side. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And we're all done with that. I think I had already did the other side, so now we're gonna do the middle part. That off. Excuse my baby, y'all. And literally do the same exact thing for the middle, but I prefer not plucking too much in the middle because it's so easy to mess up the middle, and that's where your part's gonna be. So if you want the middle part, then if you pluck too much, then you're gonna have a bald spot in your middle part, if you get what I'm saying. So try not to pluck so much from the middle. See, that's all I'm plucking. Then I'm going to do the hairline. Or did I already do the hairline? No, okay, so yeah, we're doing the hairline right there. Pluck, skip a spot, pluck, skip a space, pluck, skip, pluck, skip, pluck, skip. And I think that's it. Look at how beautiful that looks. Yes. And y'all, plucking can vary sometimes depending on the hairline of the person. So sometimes you might have to go back and pluck a totally different hairline for this person, for a certain person's hairline. So right here, I parted out my baby hairs and I'm just hot combing them down. And so, right here, here's a major tip. So y'all see how Arrogant Tay has been doing his laces, where it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but you see what I'm doing. So basically, I'm going to part the baby hair from the hair, and we're gonna pluck in the middle of those. So I don't want to say leave bald spots, but leave a little space. Not too big, but not too small as well. And this just gives you the ultimate like scalp illusion, I promise you. So do exactly what I'm doing. And yes, the hot comb is a major key, so get you one if you don't have one. They have ones that you can just plug right up into the wall, and bam. So now we're gonna cut the baby hair. You want to cut your baby hair very short. Long baby hairs, what's up, okay? Make them baby short. Your baby hair on your hair ain't long, so don't make the one on a wig long, okay? But no, for real, I do know some people who don't have baby hairs though. Baby hairs be long as hell. But no, on this wig, you want short baby hairs, okay? Okay. Now we're gonna take some good old Nairobi. If you don't know what Nairobi is, it is a molding foam. It is the #1 foam in the world. No, seriously though, get you some Nairobi, y'all. It'll change your life, I promise. And I'm just laying these hairs down because you want the hair to be laid, okay? You want it to just be laid. So we're gonna lay. Now we're gonna lay the edges. So y'all, okay, so look, okay. I'm gonna try to explain this the best way as possible. When doing baby hairs, you just want to let your wrist work. Like let that wrist flick, let it do what it do. Okay? And just focus on making S's. I promise it's not that hard. You just make an S. Make an S with the hair. That's literally it. Don't overthink it, because that's when you start to mess it up, and that's when you don't do it right. Just literally just let your arm, I mean not your arm, your wrist. Let your wrist just work. Okay? Let it work. And y'all, when y'all are doing this, you want to make sure that you are keeping it very, very saturated, okay? Like, very saturated. When it gets dry, it becomes harder to do it. And I noticed that I said you want to make S's. No, you don't. I want to make S's. You want to make C's. Not S's, C's, okay? Okay. Do y'all see that? That's what you call baby hairs. That is what you call baby hairs, okay? Period. Oh, and use a rat tail comb. Yes, rat tail comb. So now we're going to tie her down with a little black strip, let her dry. While she's drying, we're going to go ahead and press her. We're going to put some cheese silk serum on her hair so she can be silky. Yes, ma'am. Rub it all through those tracks, all through it. So we are about to press this bad boy. I like to spray, got to be sprayed on it before I do it, and like that little silk shining spray on it. And then just press her. Make sure you're using that comb so you can get every strand of piece of hair in that wig. Yes, ma'am, use that comb. Just like that. This is a 24-inch Brazilian body wave frontal wig. So now we are done. I like to do the tracks first and then I'll come back and do the frontal part. So we're done with all the tracks, and look, it's time to reveal. It's time for the reveal. The big reveal. Are y'all ready? Are you sure you're ready? Period. This is exactly how you want it to look. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Period. So when it comes to the frontal, I like to go in with the hot comb first on the roots of the hair, then I go with the flat iron, because you want to make sure it's straight from the root to the end. So I'm gonna spray her, take that hot comb in the roots, just like that. And when you, okay, so look, when you are using the hot comb, you don't just want to comb the hot comb through the hair. It doesn't work. I promise you it doesn't. You want to pull the hair a little bit, stretch it, and then comb it. And that way you're going to get that perfect look that you're looking for. That is a proper way to use a hot comb, not just combing it through the hair. You have to stretch the hair with your hand and then comb the hair. So I'm going to show y'all one more time. Part a piece. I'm sorry if y'all hear Word Party in the background. That's my baby favorite TV shows. So sorry. So yes, pull the hair, hot comb. Hot comb her. And try to apply a little bit of pressure, okay? You want her to be straight. You want sis to be flat and silked and all of that. Yeah, all of that. And then flat iron. Don't mind my kid. Ooh, look at that kitchen. Y'all, that is embarrassing. And I did not notice that until... I did not know my BBs was showing. Y'all just ignore it, okay? And sis is laid, period. Now the other side is done. And so now I'm gonna do the back. Y'all have to make sure y'all cover that track in the back. So you just comb a little piece out, take that hot comb, comb it down, just like that. Very, very, very simple. Make sure you do this because you do not want your track showing in the back of your head. That is very, very, very embarrassing. And just straight up ratchet, okay? Now look at sis. Sis is laid and slayed. That part a little crooked, but I'm gonna go back and fix it. Spring got to be on there to lay all those flyaways down, just to make sure she is just laid, okay? Got to be is your best friend, I promise you. Don't use too much, but use enough, because it's gonna get you to where you want to be, I promise. And I sprayed it on the edges just so the edges can, you know, be laid down, so whenever somebody buys her and they get her and the edges aren't, you know, messed up, I want them to still be just how they are. And I'm fixing the part. So bam, there she is. That's a straight part right there. We're gonna fix the rest of those edges, make sure she is laid and flat, and we are basically done. I just gotta make sure, I'm a perfectionist, y'all. I have to make sure everything is right. The edges gotta be right. They gotta be right. And yes, y'all, we are done. Look at her. This is what you want your wigs to look like when you are selling them. You don't want to sell a wig that's looking raggedy. You just don't. No one's going to want to buy it. If they see it looking good, then they're going to say, okay, yes, I want that on my head, so I'm going to buy that. You want your wigs to be flattering before it's even on the head, okay? Before it's even on the head, so that you can catch your customer's attention. Yes, look at that. And you see how that cap on there makes it look like it's on somebody's head? That helps a lot. And you want your wigs to be able to just go right on somebody's head. People love ready to go, like, wigs. People love a wig that you can just slap on and be done. People love that. So yes, make sure your wig is on point. Like that, period. I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, and subscribe.